the whole thing, same old wind checker, really cool, does all that good stuff, lights, batteries, all that. Still charge your phone. Now, checking your game camera card, you come in here, you hold this power button down, and it creates a Wi-Fi signal. No different than if you were at Starbucks or anywhere else, right? So you go to your phone, and when you turn your Wi-Fi on, there's the Cirrus right there, and it connects to it. So now that you're connected to the Cirrus, and you want to look at your game camera pictures, you just go to this Pro Cirrus app, and you can view your SD cards, and it'll download your cards right there. So now we're looking at your game camera pictures right there. So if I want to send you one, say we look at this deer and we're like, oh yeah, that's a good buck. I want to show that to Mr. Parker. All I got to do is I go to the share folder, I downloaded it, and I can text it to your son. So we'll send it to
the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Look at that. We send it to Billy. Boom. Hit the send button. I just sent that to him. He ain't gonna know any why. He has no idea what we're talking about. Got a map on the app, right? So you don't have to get out of the app at all. Got a pack light so you can get in your pack. But
hey guys, welcome to episode 9 of Rack and Rod Chronicles. As we push close to episode 10, we hope you guys are enjoying all of the footage and information that we are bringing you. So this here episode is going to be all about wind and the Cirrus Windicator. So there's plenty of options out there for checking wind when you're out in the field, and some guys go old school into the powders. Some guys are using smoke sticks, but Cirrus, who came out a few years ago, and I've gotten pretty well known to these guys, and they've become very well known to myself. We've become pretty good friends, for lack of better terms. But Jeff and Jim are the owners and founders of Cirrus, and I met these guys. I'm gonna go back probably 3 to 4 ATAs ago. We got to do a little talking at their booth, and I wanted to know more about the product. And ever since then, we've been, every show we talk. And this year, went by the booth, and they just have grown in leaps and bounds. So the unit that I have here is the Cirrus 200, which is kind of their freshest off the line, with the exception of what they released at ATA. So at ATA, they had a huge release with the new Cirrus Pro. And that unit, I wish I could have brought one home, but they literally only had display units to work with in the booth, which I totally understand. But I basically had a Cirrus from every generation that they've had, and the first one was super low key. It was strictly a Windicator, exactly what it said it would be. And what was great was, and still with this one, if you look right here on the top, they have a cartridge that goes into it, and you can pick basically whatever formula off their website that you want. And so depending, if you've got a bunch of apple trees near you, there's an apple smell, there's oak, and there's hickory, and this is just a standard cloud formula that I have in here. But again, basically the very first unit was strictly the box with your cartridge, your trigger to get the cartridge to work. And since then they've kept adding and adding and adding features to it, and to the point now where I can literally charge my phone off this unit. I can see, excuse me one second, on my way in or track, when you're done at the end of the day, or walking into your stand. And what's great about this unit, it's super lightweight, it's super easy to use. It goes into a pocket. It does come with a leash that you can wear it on your neck, so you don't lose it. I keep mine right in my bino harness, right in the pocket, so I can just literally pop it out, and when I need to use it, I use it. But on the very bottom, you can see here, I'm going to try to get close, but it does have USB ports, so you can charge it that way. You can plug your phone into it. You can plug pretty much any type of electronic that uses a USB style cord into this when it's charged and charge it. But to give you the quick rundown, so basically you have two buttons for getting the actual smoke to come out. So I'm going to get a little closer to the camera here. So you've got one button right here, and then the big button right here, and basically your other button is right here. So this is for your light. So you don't really have to worry too much about that one when you're running smoke. But this big button and this button right here are what you need to focus on. So basically this button, which you run with your thumb, is what turns the heater on in the bottom of the unit. I hate to compare it to something like this, but if you think of a vape, you have to hit a button to heat what's inside of it. Very similar idea. Obviously this is not something that you vape with, and I would never recommend vaping, so it was the best comparison I can come up with. So basically you're going to push that button down with your thumb and hold it for a second. Now I am going to turn the light on so you can kind of see the smoke. It's a little bit easier to see when it's light out, and especially in the office here. But you're going to use that big button as a puff unit, and that's what will bring the smoke up. And again, this is strictly just the cloud formula that I have in here, but you can see just how awesome that works. So wind thermals, a lot of guys have been talking and writing about in different magazines, hunting creek bottoms where the thermals change because of the elevation differences and getting down towards where the water is. So something like this is invaluable in that situation. Hunting out west, for elk in big open, areas in the mountains, that wind can change in a heartbeat. Running this with no smell, you don't have to worry about powder dumping out in your bag. You have refillable cartridges, and if you have if you're going to be out for a prolonged period of time and you need to charge the unit, basically any portable cell phone charger will charge this. So having extra cartridges and having a portable charger that you can charge this in the field with, or vice versa, this is fully juiced and you didn't need to use it, and your phone dies, maybe you're running a mapping software off your phone, charge it back up. So just invaluable with what this can do. I had mentioned they brought out the Cirrus Pro this year at ATA, and it still hurts a little. Jim and Jeff, if you're watching this, it still hurts a little that I couldn't take one of those home. But they basically made a Windicator with the capability of Bluetooth and Wi-Fi to be able to read your trail camera cards. So just like on the bottom of this one where you have a USB port and your phone or mini USB, there'll be an actual card reader built into it, and the front of it will give you your Bluetooth and Wi-Fi strength to connect to your phone. So now you don't have to take a bunch of different things. You already have your phone with you all the time. So you basically take your Windicator with you and pop your SD card in from your trail camera, and you can literally share right from there, text message, Facebook, Instagram, whatever social platform you want to share it to. You can do it while you're standing next to your camera. Besides that, they came out with some accessories. So for instance, this has the tracking light on it, but they actually made one that will plug into the USB port, which will actually work on the 200 unit, but basically was designed for the Pro. And now you basically almost have a handheld flashlight with a tracking light on it. And they had some other cool features there. The other really cool thing that they had, and I almost forgot about until just now because I turned around and saw it, but it looks like a wallet, but it's not. It is a memory card case which is hard shelled. So guys, trail cameras, you know, if you're running cards, great option to have. You know, you can pretty much drop this and not have to worry about it. And obviously having, you know, video cameras and still cameras, we run a lot of SD cards besides with our trail cameras. So this was a definite must-have. And obviously they have some other accessories too. They do have their own memory cards. They do have neoprene soft cases for the unit that will actually have little, looks like a little shell holder, but it's for your cartridges, so you can keep everything, you know, together. But definitely check these guys out. Definitely research, you know, get away from the powders and all the other stuff that's out there. But its website is cirrusoutdoors.com. Jeff and Jim, again, are the founders and owners of the company. And guys, just because maybe somebody in your family doesn't hunt, maybe they're a golfer, maybe they work with a police department and they are the canine officer, these guys have branched into those sides of the industries and are getting unbelievable feedback with the Windicator in all their fields that they're currently in. But the canine units, actually, that was one that surprised me, and when I actually saw how they were using it, it was a no-brainer. I wish I would have thought of it, you know, instead. But Jim and Jeff, way to go. So, you know, these guys are not super expensive. I'm going to turn here to the computer just so I can give you accurate pricing. And you're looking at the unit that I have in my hand, which is a 200. You can buy it for $49.95 on their website. Now you can go to the multi-pack, the intro multi-pack, which is basically the unit, 2 replacement cloud cartridges, 2 earth replacement cartridges, and the neoprene case. It's I'm sorry, I read it wrong. I apologize. So you're gonna see 6 Cirrus kits, 3 earth and 3 cloud, 2 packs of cartridges, 6 neoprene carrying cases for $299.95. So you're gonna get 6 of these units, plus the replacement cartridges and the carry cases. So hunting camps, family members, friends, guy at the office, whatever the case may be, definitely look into this. But you know, again, if you're buying it singly, it is $49.95 a unit. The cartridges, replacement cartridges, it's a 2-pack for $14.95. And right now it looks like they're running a free gift with every unit. You're going to get a carrying case, and then the neoprene case with the little cartridge holder is $14.95. So plenty of accessories. They do have some hats, and I think they had some beanies done that they were handing out at the show. I don't know if they're selling them or not. But guys, definitely check Cirrus out. 100% recommended by Rack and Rock Chronicles. We use them every year. We don't use any other type of wind indicator anymore. I didn't want to say Windicator because that's what this is. So we don't use powders. We don't use the smoke sticks. We don't use cotton balls. I've seen guys that have like a little container and you tear off little pieces of cotton and it floats. You're not getting the true reading of the thermals. You're getting wind, but you're not picking up thermals. The smoke that comes out of this bad boy is giving you everything you need to know on what a deer is going to be able to smell. So we appreciate it and hope you enjoy it, and we will talk to you in episode 10.